Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Beijing. Must do in Hong Kong airport number 1. Here in Hong Kong at the Cathay Pacific Lounge. If you're ever here, you're gonna have to try this dan dan noodle. It is the absolute best noodle you can get at any airport in the world. If you eat spicy, there's the Sichuan pepper oil that you have to add on this noodle. Oh my god, it's heaven. The peanut, the nuttiness, and the umami, oh my god, it's just so good. It's something you have to try if you ever have the chance to come to Hong Kong. But if you do, let me know. I'll help you plan your trip. On the very first day, I'm actually not gonna be in the city. I am doing like a 2-day trip outside of Beijing. I'm heading north to a town called Chengde, which is where one of the imperial garden is. Do you guys remember in the Hangzhou episode, there were 2 imperial gardens that I visited? If you didn't watch it, please go check it out. I'm gonna put the link in the top so you can watch it after this episode. So we're gonna visit one of the 4 imperial gardens back then in the Qing dynasty. And also on the way, there is this palace called Little Potala that is supposed to be extremely beautiful. If you saw the Yunnan episode, we also visit another Little Potala. So we'll compare the difference, okay? Hopefully you guys will enjoy the series.
3 hours later.
So guys, this is a courtyard in China. It doesn't look like a courtyard that you will see in the States, right? On the left, I got the powder room. This is a living room. This is a nice suite given by, can you believe, Courtyard Marriott. This is a Courtyard Marriott hotel, guys.
The next day.
Just arrived at the Jinshanling Great Wall here. Look at that. This one is a little bit on the northern side of Beijing, and that's why it's the least crowded. You can definitely have the Great Wall to yourself. We had arrived at the Putuo Temple. It is only 3 degrees. I have to say it is a little bit chilly, but with the sun it should be okay. So here we are at the Little Potala Palace. It was built in 1771 by Emperor Qianlong. Really beautiful. So here's the cool part. He didn't just build it for show. He built this to pay a tribute to his mom's birthday and to strengthen ties between the Tibetan leaders. I love the peace and calmness that I feel here. I hear the birds. Ah, what a beautiful day. I just wish it's a little bit warmer. Ah, look at this. This is one of the signature stone lions. If you can see there underneath it, there's a little lion. So often, like all the buildings in China, you see a pair in the front. It became a symbol of power and majesty in ancient China, so it became very popular that they would definitely put a pair of this in front of a lot of the buildings. This whole temple is built on a hill. Wow. Grand Red Terrace, that's where we're heading. I have to say, guys, it is very, very beautiful. Compared to the one that I went in Yunnan, the other Little Potala, this one is so much more quiet and peaceful. I absolutely love it. I really, really love it. Wow. Actually, behind me is part of the Jinshanling Great Wall. Mind-blowing. So if you don't mind the distance, this part of the Great Wall, you can pretty much have it almost to yourself because it's definitely much further away from Beijing compared to the other 2 that are very popular. Of course, the Badaling is the one with the most people. I will show you a picture of me there years ago. And this time I'm also going to Mutianyu. We're now at the Grand Red Platform. It is the main building of the temple with a height of 43 meters and an area of over 10,000 square meters. The inside buildings of the Red Terrace is of a hollow-style square composed of the Hall of the Buddhists and a complex. Oh my goodness. Wow. I know that it looks like just building to you in the camera, but that's because I cannot film the Buddha's face. But there are just so many in each of these little compartments, like behind the windows. Oh my God. I cannot believe I had never came here before, because this is like a photographer's dream, because every single corner is like details, the paintings, the colors is just immaculate. And with the sun today, so perfect, guys, so perfect. Oh, love it, love, love, love. I just love it when a place is so beautiful and can get this calm, so empty like this. Every single painting here is written by Qianlong. Wow, his writing are just like so nice. I think he was also one of the longest lived empire in all of China's history. His writing are just unbelievably good. Qianlong was also one of the most educated. I mean, they are all educated, right? All the empires, but he was also the one who's the most hardworking. He's one of the most well-known empires in all of China's history. I wish I can show you, but this is again Buddha's face. This is the one with 1,000 Buddha. Oh boy. But I will find a picture online so that you guys can see as other people took it. I don't want to take it to disrespect because it's not allowed. Frozen fingers. Not as cold as Harbin, of course, but still cold. The ideal time to come to Beijing is April, May, before it's too hot, and of course September and October. So walking around, you can see this amazing mix of Tibetan and Chinese styles, like the massive red wall and the golden rooftop. Wow, gorgeous, gorgeous. Just the golden rooftop alone already costs 15,000 liang. So each liang is 50 grams of first grade gold leaf. This roof costs over 10,000 liang. It's real gold on the top. Oh my goodness. With the Great Wall in the back there, let's see the view from here. So guys, sorry for the quick interruption. Again, right, you must be thinking if you watched the past few episodes. Not sure if you watched it, but if you didn't, make sure you're watching the Xinjiang series. I hope you're enjoying my channel so far. There's a lot of videos. It's not only about China, and of course, there are different parts of Asia. I have different series coming up. If you're watching the Beijing one, I have Malaysia coming up. I have Japan coming up. I have Argentina, Taiwan. I have like so many series that is waiting to be edited. Right now, I am in Greece. It's my favorite place in the whole entire universe. Actually, I come back here every year for my annual break. So I wanted to give you guys a quick update in case you really missed the last two episodes. My website is live now. It's www.travelwithjanelle.com. Here's my tote bag that I carry every day. It's 10 kg. So this is my website. And if you have any questions about traveling, not only in China or especially in Hong Kong, Macau, or just basically anywhere, and you think that I might be able to help you, just email me or just DM me on my work IG, which is Go With Janelle. Or if you want to go to Hong Kong, to Shanghai, and Yunnan on the same trip, I think I might be the best person who can help you. I don't want to interrupt any further. Enjoy Beijing.
Moments later.
All right, guys, so we had arrived at the Puling Temple. It is also known as the Temple of Universal Peace. And look at this pavilion. Although I cannot see the inscription anymore, now outside you will have many people selling you incense, but over here, just like many other temples in China, you are allowed to get one for free, and you can donate if you want, or you can just take it. Right now, I'm at the Heavenly King Temple. The star of the show here is the giant wooden Buddha. It is standing at 22 meters tall, one of the tallest wooden Buddha statues in the world. The temple itself is a beautiful blend of Han Chinese and Tibetan architecture styles. And of course, you have these praying wheels here as well. That is definitely on the Tibetan side. So I'm gonna do the reel now. And like I said in the Xi'an episode, clockwise, okay? So each turn represents that you are doing the prayer. That is in script on the wheel. Do you remember that giant wheel we did in Yunnan? So if you didn't watch it, go back to the episode after this one. I will link it. Arrived at the main hall here. This is where the wooden Buddha is. So do respect that although no one is really gonna yell at you, you are not allowed to film inside or take pictures. There are signs. This is very beautiful. I need a picture with this. Look. Aside from Xinjiang, Chengde is one of the very, very rare places that I came to that is so peaceful and quiet. I just love it here. I am going to buy one of these. This is the praying wall. For my wishes, you can scan or you can pay with cash. Yep, I just put one of my ribbon there. Hope my wish will come true. Yay, arrived! Chengde Imperial Retreat, where Qianlong spent a lot of his time. It covers an area of 5,640,000 meters. That is huge. It's actually the world's largest existing imperial garden, not only China. So on this trip, I'll be visiting two of the imperial garden. This Chengde one and the one in Beijing, the Summer Palace, so that you guys can see the difference. But I will be honest though, these imperial gardens are made so that the empires can escape the heat in Beijing. So right now, although it is spring, but it is still very cold. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. So the forewords that I just took a video of were written by the Emperor Qianlong, who's the one who started building this place in 1706. I love stepping into history. Then his son, which is Emperor Yongzheng, expanded it, and then it was widely reconstructed by Qianlong. So these three empires of China are the most famous. Qianlong came here the most. He came 49 times. This is where the emperor would sit and see the other officials when he resides in the summer retreat here. This is a chart of all the empires in the Qing dynasty. It tells you how old and what year they were and how many years they lived, how many sons and daughters they have. So now we're gonna look at where they sleep in front of us, the residential area. This is supposed to be the most luxurious of all the halls. This is where they signed the unequal Treaty of Beijing, and it deeply affected my life because I was born and raised in Hong Kong until I was like 12. Damn, this is a huge place. It was built between 1703 and 1792, so 89 years. This wasn't just a vacation spot though. It was where they handled politics, hosted important guests, and even practiced their hunting skills because of all the mountains nearby. And they loved venison during those times. The details are also insane. Every corner has something unique. So I guess it's not just a retreat, it's a symbol of power, culture, and harmony. Nice. Wow. Adventurous. Ooh. There's also a pagoda inside. Of course, they have everything here. We're gonna go to the Golden Hill now. It was one of the first places that was built in this retreat. It's a nice view up here. I think even in the summer, it will get quite chilly up here. And make sure you're wearing like good shoes when you come, because with all these rocks, it's quite sharp. I was here for about roughly 3 hours, so you can definitely stay longer because it's really. And during the summer, there's a spectacular show that you guys can watch, but it doesn't start until May, and I'm now here end of March. That's why I cannot see it today. I heard that show is amazing. I'm gonna insert the name on the screen. This is where you get on the boat as well when it is running. Oh, look at these ducks. Oh, they're fighting for food. That that I've never seen before. Oh, because they're babies, that's why. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit of a story. As actually a very famous Chinese drama was filmed here. That's where they filmed many years ago. Because that drama must have been at least 25 years old. Because I watched it when I was a teenager. 谚语楼. Wow. As the last part of this retreat that I'm going to visit today, this is where they film one of the most iconic scenes. They call it Misty Ring Tower. It was built in 1780. When the Emperor Qianlong were doing like an inspection of the south, you know, he actually really loves doing that. He likes to look at how people live and if people are living well. People didn't know he was the empire, but of course there are tons of security, right? And he saw this tower in Jiangsu area. So he asked people to imitate this tower into this complex so that he can actually enjoy. Wow, look at that. You can see why in the ancient time, many people write poems and draw paintings here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, guys, so if you're into history, nature, or just plainly want to see how the empires used to live, this is a must visit. I highly recommend this side of Beijing where there are not a lot of people coming here. But definitely during June and August, there are a ton more because that is the peak season. So you can decide for yourself, but I highly recommend this side of Beijing. Very nice. Mid-Lake Pavilion, the 8 sites of Qianlong's 36. Arrived at the Hampton Inn by Hilton here in Chengde. This is already a 4-star hotel here. As when I searched, I couldn't find any 5-star hotel. So maybe there is and I don't know. But this is much more than sufficient. I am quite pleased with it as the price is only $40. So can't beat that. And there's a river view. It was a great day in Chengde. I got to see many things as a side trip outside of Beijing. Alright, this is Kung Pao chicken with an appetizer cold dish with the almond and almond tofu. And this is their freshly made tofu. So you just have to take the skin off and dip it with the sauces that you like. They made it on the spot. And I ordered wine, as you can see. In the video, the robot delivered the wine to me. I ordered it from like an app. It's called Meituan. It's like a delivering app in China that is super popular as Didi. It arrived in less than 30 minutes. Perfect timing with the food. So I'm gonna try the appetizer first. They're famous for this almond here. And tofu, as you can see, it's like a whole presentation. They made it on the spot downstairs, freshly made. But it's almond tofu. I'm sure you guys have had it. So good. Highlight of the meal for sure.